what's going on? What up? What up? This is Romy Mac. Welcome to 2 Cents, where we talk about any and everything and give our 2 cents. Want to thank everybody that's been following us for the past 2 years. We're coming up on 2 years like next week, so appreciate everybody that's been following us from from the beginning, or those who caught on late, a little bit later on. We just appreciate your contribution of just listening to the show, really. But of course, like without further ado, we want to start the show introducing co-host for the day. Of course, I got none other than Karumbe on the show, but we also got matter of fact, I'll let Karumbe introduce special guest who we got on the show today.
Yeah, man, this is my boy A-Dub. We should call A-Dub. What up? What up?
Yeah, so all right, fellas, man. So big thing happened this week. We got the election going on. The primaries that went down this week for governor, and we had a black man, Andrew Gillum. He's from he went to FAMU. He's mayor of Tallahassee right now, and he won the Democratic selection for the runner-up for governor. Black man has a chance to be the first. I believe it's the first black governor of Florida. I believe it's the first black governor of Florida. I'm not really too knowledgeable of politics to know whether or not we have a black governor before. I know that's a little bit ignorant, but that's just being honest. But yeah, man. So he won the election, right? And then like his rival had made a statement. I think his name is DeSantoris or some shit. But he goes off and he says that we don't need Gillum monkeying this up. Bold as fuck. They made a statement to say we don't need to be monkeying this up. Like how much of an influence can Trump be when we can just say stuff so freely like such in the news, and there's been some stuff said before Trump got in office. I don't want to put that solely on him, but he's definitely encouraging this type of behavior. But I want to ask you guys, man, first off, what you think about the idea of the first black governor of Florida, and then secondly, like what what do you guys think about the I would say Trump encouraging this type of behavior of certain racial statements that have been made, in the public eye?
Man, for the whole governor thing, I'm like, it's a good point, but we had the fucking Terminator as a governor at one point in California, and this guy's he was a foreigner and everything, and he fucking became a damn governor of a state. So a black person being the governor over that place is long overdue. Like, it's crazy. You also had Jesse Ventura as a governor at one point. So it's weird when you see celebrities be governors, but people who actually like have some background that should be doing this stuff, they don't win. Or like a black man for one. Florida seems like it's predominantly old ass people and minorities, basically, right?
Yeah.
I would think that Florida is mostly minorities and old ass people, so why wouldn't like a minority, like a black man or a Hispanic person, be like one of the first people over there? Like, I don't even know who the governor in North Carolina used to be. The only person I used to know was our fucking mayor, and his name was Buddy Rich. It sounded like the whitest fucking name I've ever heard before in my life. Like, I didn't even know who our governor was at one point in North Carolina, so you don't have to feel bad about that.
Okay.
But as you say, your homeboy DT, he be promoting that shit hard.
Yeah, it's so wild. John McCain dies this week, right? And they asked him live on TV, what was his thoughts on John McCain passing, and he said nothing. Like he wasn't able to. He didn't answer, I believe. He just kind of stayed quiet for a little while. So I mean, a lot of people actually like John McCain. He didn't want to say no shit that'll hurt his fucking. Well, he don't really give a fuck anyway. Yeah, he don't care. I don't really think it matters what he says. He says what's on his mind. I think they like him because he says the bullshit that he says. Like, he should be impeached. I read an article that said that Democrats, they're scared to impeach him because they would see a fucking uprising. Uh-huh.
Have you seen that shit? It was on like CNN or some shit.
Yeah, there's been something.
Like, so what?
Yeah, there's been something that that led to the fact that there would be like an uprising if he were to be impeached. And that's what you call people just, that sounds like brainwashed to me, if you ask me. But
I'm saying that at one point they want to impeach. They impeached Clinton. They impeached or tried to. All that shit.
yeah.
But this motherfucker got so much pull and so much power. You mean to tell me that you fear of him being impeached?
Yeah.
That's why you ain't did it yet.
So Ant, what was your thoughts, man? Like, what you think about this? The possibility of having the first black governor of Florida, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised that finally happened. Like, I thought maybe there already was a black governor of Florida. There's black governors everywhere. Yeah.
I don't know, but Florida kind of racist though, like hella racist when you think about it.
Yeah,
Florida, like that's the same place people get shot and the damn cops get off and all this shit. Florida kind of like anti-racist too.
Yeah, I mean, what's really great about Andrew Gillum, man, is that one aspect of it is that he wants to. He's pro teacher, from what I understand. So he's all about giving teachers like raises and just taking care of the community and like looking out for the little man, and we need more of that. It almost reminds me of like Chris Rock in the movie Head of State, with him being what the hell is his position that he was doing in DC, but just walking around being a man of the people. And like sure enough, within 24 hours of Gillum being being a candidate for governor, this dude raised $1 million, man. $1 million, so that's awesome. Just the impact that he has and his commitment to such. So definitely hats off to him, man. Wish him the best. Hopefully, being there to be there to vote for him in November, for governor. Definitely, I'll go ahead and say that. Yeah, he's got my vote already. But as far as the ignorance goes, man, it's not shocking. There's nothing that's like shocking that we're gonna hear and be like, oh, they said some racial shit about a black person, especially during the Trump administration. It's like almost.
What's funny about that? The fact that I like how I was saying that Florida's like kind of like super racist.
Yeah.
And that he felt comfortable knowing that a lot of the place is minority saying that shit. You know what I'm saying? He felt comfortable saying that shit to a state that should be mostly minority. I'm like, and the way they get over that shit is that stupid ass fucking voting system. The way they vote that shit, like certain districts and shit. That's how they get over, man. When you look at a lot of those places, like some of those people shouldn't win.
Yeah.
They do that fucking percentile, whatever voting system. That's how they get over, bro.
Yeah. Well, this is our society and what it currently is right now. But we're gonna do what we got to do for ours and just and make change. We ain't gonna hope for change. We're just gonna make change. Other shit going on. So Aretha Franklin died, 76 years old, legendary queen, the Queen of Soul, as the name she's earned. For her contributions to music, man. She had a voice like none other. Can outsing the best of them, and won't hesitate to tell you that as well. She knew how great she was. I remember watching her in like the Blues Brothers movie with my mom. Her singing in the diner, or of course my favorite song by Aretha Franklin is "Till You Come Back to Me." As one of the that's one of the greatest songs I like. Stevie Wonder wrote that song for her, but she's known for Respect and a whole a list of other records, man. But I really wanted to discuss about how they had her looking. How they had her looking, Natural Woman, of course. How can we forget that? But I wanted to discuss about this picture that they had of her sitting in the casket, and they got her legs folded with the red shoes and whatnot. I just want to know why the legs are folded. That's really what it boils down to for me. Don't have my grandma or my mother in the casket with damn legs folded and the shoes and she got red pumps on. Of course, she was a diva. If not the diva before passing. But damn, you know, I mean, she's gone. Okay, let's just pay her the respect that she deserves. I feel, you know, just like I mean, maybe that was a request for her to have.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe that's what she put in her will, like how she wanted.
Yeah, don't fold my legs up. I don't want my feet looking like wings at the funeral. It was it was. I was just taken back by that when I saw it, because I'm like, why? You know, why is there? You know, why she got the legs folded? But yeah, well, maybe there was a request. So I mean, well, how would you?
Feet like hanging out the casket.
Yeah, I think it was, and you know, I've seen
you know,
memes.
It's like she like sitting in a recliner or something. Like
Yeah.
she laid back, like kicked out in her recliner.
Like wicked, she's like the Wicked Witch of the West is what they were trying to say. With the red shoes on. And I'm like, you know, the queen deserves much too much respect than to be a meme, you know.
Niggas will make a meme out of anything.
Oh, yeah.
It don't even matter. She could been in there.
They already got memes. They already got memes with the Madden shooter, dude. That's what we can talk about, man. You talk about that bullshit. Like the they got there. I've already seen a meme. It was like a guy like take the L, pass the sticks, me, and then it showed like a face of the shooter. I'm like, that's a little too soon. Like this dude just knocked off, you know, 2 people, including himself, this past weekend in Jacksonville. And
oh, you talking about the Madden shooter?
yeah, the Madden shooter, man.
I didn't even get into it. Like, why was he mad? Like,
cause he lost. He was in a previous tournament.
And he lost, so he went and got the yapper.
Yeah.
Newsflash, this is why you need to fucking stop babying your fucking kids, because these motherfuckers grow up to be sore ass losers. Everybody don't get a fucking trophy. Newsflash, motherfuckers.
Yeah, and it was just weird. I just couldn't believe it. I was in Ocean City at the time when I saw the news story. I was like, Madden tournament shooter. I'm like, why?
That nigga got the hit stick.
And a white guy, and he has mental illness. This one, he has mental illness. You know, that's
exactly. He white, he mental illness.
He has mental illness. We don't know what he came from, and you know, a list of other shit.
They gonna say he was on some drugs that probably made him do that.
Yeah, of course.
Bullshit again.
Heavily influenced. You know, that's the story that comes when the shooter is white. Now, the black guy doesn't even get to shoot up the Madden tournament. He's shot for having a brush in his hand or in his pocket.
Nah, this motherfucker can be in his backyard grilling chicken, ain't gonna shoot his ass.
They'll shoot a nigga for having a fruit roll up in his fucking pocket.
Hell yeah.
Just ridiculous, man. God knows, let it be a Mexican. It's like, you know, we got to build the wall. Or if it was a Muslim, you know, we got to ban all Muslims. But with the when it's a white shooter, we have to look at all the facts.
Fucking Madden tournament. These niggas wildin'.
They had the shit. Yo, they got the game. They got the shots on recorded on Twitch.
Yeah, I heard it. I was listening to one of the guys on Button Check.
That shit wild,
man. The guy's like, what did he shoot me with? And you can hear motherfuckers like, like you see the 2 guys playing. Yeah. And then you see the shit like fade out. It was live on Twitch.
That shit wild, man.
You ain't got nothing to say, Ed?
Like, that's just crazy. When did that happen?
Sunday.
Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Like, who the fuck is, like, playing Madden and you don't even expect to get shot like that? That's fucking crazy. That reminds me of, like, Comic-Con. Like, how that shit went down. Well, Phoenix Comic-Con, anyway. Yeah. When somebody tried to kill a fucking Green Ranger, that shit's ridiculous.
Well, the Green Ranger, he was worth the hate that he received. I mean, that motherfucker was dope. Green Ranger was dope. So,
they can't beat Tommy, nigga. What's wrong with you niggas?
Yeah.
We talking about the actor, though. He didn't deserve that shit.
Oh, they pulled out he plays the flute through a mask with no mouth.
Yo, he the Green Ranger, man. Yo, did Tommy beat his ass, yo?
How cold?
Tommy beat his ass?
Oh, Tommy crazy. Ain't Tommy fucking UFC fighter, right?
Police got on first, though.
Well, MMA. Well, he had MMA.
Yo, man, if Tommy would have beat him, I would have been saying, "Go Green Ranger." I was saying the theme song and shit. He beating this nigga ass. Ooh, that would have been good. Classic. I'm like, Tommy an MMA fighter, though. They better shoot him or something. I know they ain't about to scrap with this nigga.
No, I can't do that.
They ain't gonna scrap with Tommy. Tommy would have put their lights out.
That's funny, man. But yeah.
He wildin' though, man. Like, what's wrong with fucking people, man?
It's
That's why,
privilege.
Bro, I'm in
Privilege.
the house, nigga.
You can see. You look at the shooters. Look at the shooters of the last few mass shootings, and who has it been? We keeping race count.
Nah, but we thugs. We fucking thugs.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Black on black crime, man. White on white, shoot everybody fucking crime. I'd rather be in black on black crime than fucking white on white, shoot up a fucking mall or a school crime. Fuck out of here. Madden tournaments, man. Because you a fucking sore loser.
Now if that
Sore loser crimes.
Now if that was a spade tournament, we might have a case, might have a story there or something. You know, nah, nigga, you reneged.
Hell yeah, somebody died or reneged or dominoes or some shit.
No, you better stop. You better learn how to bid. Don't underbid, overbid. We gonna have problems.
Yeah, see, you know these little motherfuckers don't go in the hood and do that shit because they know they get killed. They go to fucking old single ass places where they know nobody ain't got no guns like that, and they go shoot that place up. You don't see them shooting up like you said, no spade tournament or no fucking shit like that. They go to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament and shoot that motherfucker up. I'm surprised the niggas they know them niggas. Oh my goodness! I'm thinking about how many black people probably was in that Madden tournament though.
It was one guy. I saw one guy on the actual
on the
screen.
podcast.
Yeah. Well, no, he was on the thing on the Twitch or whatever. I saw him.
Sore losers, man. So they were saying, oh yeah, on Button Check, they were saying now they're gonna try to have armed security and fucking all that.
Why not have it before? Where?
Nope, they ain't having it at the gaming tournaments. Because it's basically just like something like a Comic-Con or whatever.
Yeah, I need.
So they ain't been having that shit.
I need security.
But motherfuckers are crazy now, man.
Oh, they been.
They could be crazy.
Oh no,
shit they
niggas been. These niggas been crazy. This ain't this.
We didn't have shit like this when we was younger though, bro.
We ain't have the internet. We ain't had the internet. The internet opens us a whole new world. Like when you sitting in a room. See, the thing is, we used to play like with our friends outside and shit. Motherfuckers is getting friends in a room by themselves on a computer. So when you hang out by yourself, a lot of shit can happen to you in the four wall. You know what I'm saying? Like you think of shit. You come up with you come up with wild shit in your mind. You have these images, you have these ideas, and then and then you decide to execute them. This motherfucker lost in the game. I done felt angry after losing in Madden. You know what I'm saying? I'm not excusing his actions whatsoever. But I done been angry at losing the fucking game in Madden, but I'm not about to take you out though.
Crazy people online, that's what fucking happened.
Yeah.
You know how your mom would be like, I've been seeing shit in the comments, right? Where somebody was like, if this dude win this battle, I'm gonna shoot my school up. The motherfucker's like, yeah, man, go shoot the school up, man.
Follow that nigga.
Like, they do shit like that, and they don't think that they crazy motherfuckers out there. They will do that shit just for clout. Like, they little white boy, like, yeah, I'll go shoot this motherfucker up just to get some fucking respect or something.
Yeah, I don't want no.
But when you see these niggas, they don't give a fuck in court. They be sitting in court, they don't cry, they don't do nothing, they don't give a fuck. But their parents be sitting there like, he's a good boy. He's just misunderstood. Like, man, you don't get the fuck out of here with this shit. But he gonna fucking go to jail, sitting there for a while. You know, they be like, they don't get on life. Nah, you should be putting them little motherfuckers in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
Get them the fuck out of here. They shouldn't even, waste my tax-paying money getting food and shit. Get their motherfucking ass the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they're gonna scared of real jail.
Hell yeah. Or put them in a fucking real jail so they can get killed. Sorry. It sounds a little harsh, but hey, that's what happened. I want to go to Big Hurt jail where he was cheek busting. That motherfucker's cheek busting.
Yeah. Yeah, Madden, EA Sports donated $1 million to the families that were affected by the thing. I don't think any amount of money is going to bring back anyone. You know what I'm saying?
EA Sports need to fix their fucking games.
They can afford more than that. They need to use that.
They can afford more than that.
They got a monopoly. They got a monopoly on the football game, on the football thing anyway. They can give those families more than $1 million. But that's just, again, that's neither here nor there. I digress.
They need to fix Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
As many loot boxes and shit they got on it.
I don't know.
It's got more than $1 million.
Yeah, I don't know what's up. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that shit. So Also, this week, man, Michael Jackson yesterday, man, Michael would have turned 60. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, we joke about this, you know, having fun with it. But where do you think Michael would be right now? Like, who would he work with in the industry if you think if he was alive right now?
You can take this answer.
I don't know. Because it seemed like, I don't know, it seems like they're always messing with Mike, though. But he probably be done, like, left the country already.
Yeah. He probably would have, I'll be out, like, real shit, he probably would have worked at Ariana Grande or, I don't know, maybe Demi Lovato or...
They said he was trying to work something with 50 Cent at one point. That was, like, in stone. Like, the last album he was coming out with, the one before he died.
Yeah, I could definitely see him,
well, yeah, what up?
like Usher and Neo. So.
Well, he didn't already...
work with Usher and Neo.
Well, he didn't already work with them before. So yeah. What up, sis? Welcome. You know, we here talking about what who Michael would have worked with if he was still you know, still here.
He'll be working. What's that white dude? The red hair? What's that nigga name?
Are you talking about?
He would work with Adam Levine and those niggas.
Oh,
I would have imagined Dragons. I know.
What's that nigga with the red hair name?
You talking about Sheeran? Ed Sheeran.
He probably work with Ed Sheeran.
He would definitely work with
He probably beefing. He probably be beefing with Weeknd.
No, he ain't beefing with that damn Weeknd. He ain't beefing with that damn Weeknd.
Because you know they be like, I'm the top dog. And we can't be copying him and shit.
He worked with Drake. He definitely worked with Drake.
Oh yeah, he be working with Drake.
And
yeah, I would actually listen to that song because I wouldn't have to hear Drake sing on it.
He would.
Like, nigga, if you try to sing, if Michael Jackson is featuring on your shit and you trying to sing, you need to be slapped. Period.
Yeah, he would be on. What's another cat, man? Shit. Oh my! I just had it in my head. Fuck.
What would be the weirdest combination with Michael Jackson though?
Migos.
To you.
Migos. Lil Uzi Vert.
2 Chainz. Michael Jackson and 2 Chainz.
I can see Michael Jackson and 2 Chainz working together though.
Yep. I'm different.
Because he worked with like tons of like R&B people, like what's them girls' name? The Floetry hoes, like Jill Scott and all them motherfuckers. He worked with all of them anyway.
Yeah.
You gotta do some editing, man, because I'm cussing my ass off.
Yeah, I gotta do some editing. That's fine.
Hey, what's up with you doing that?
But yeah, I can see 2 Chainz and MJ. I think like Gucci Mane and Michael Jackson be the craziest like combo. Like go to the money, oh, what my look on him, say, oh, that shit be hard, bro.
Well, let's see Migos. Him working with Cardi. He probably worked with Cardi B. Michael and Nicki Minaj for sure, cause she had a pop appeal.
Beyonce, Michael.
It'd be like Yo Gotti, Gucci Mane, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and Michael Jackson. That shit would be so stupid. Like Yo Gotti. That shit be so dumb. Man, Yo Gotti got one of the biggest fucking foreheads I ever seen, yo.
He look like Michael Bivins. He looks like Michael Bivins. He looked like Mike Bivins from New Edition.
Who, Yo Gotti?
Yep.
I don't know, man. His forehead, like, if I watch him on TV, this shit so big it don't seem real. It look like, it look like fucking, what's the dude name that made E.T.? Jim Henson made his forehead or some shit.
Jim Henson made E.T.? Now you're going to get in another debate.
Not him. Who made E.T.?
Talking about Steven Spielberg, nigga.
Steven Spielberg, nigga. It look like somebody fucking made shot a puppet meat. You know what I mean? Like she had a clay animation head or some shit.
Ignorant, man.
Like it ain't real. Like that's how big his shit is.
Yeah. So with all that being said about Michael, man, what is Michael's best album in your opinion?
Man, we all know what it is, bro.
Not selling. Now I'm not talking about selling. I'm just talking about from a listening standpoint. What is Michael's best album to you?
My favorite song.
No, I ain't asked you that. I asked you what the hell is the best album to you, listening wise.
Oh man, let me see, man. Let me see.
I ain't talking sales. We know Thriller is the top selling album. I think it just recently got beat out by Greatest Hits by the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles' Greatest Hits album just topped Michael for per album sales or some shit, but we know what it is, nigga. We don't hear that. A greatest hits compared to an actual album. We don't count that. But yeah, like just best for me, best album by Michael Jackson is Off the Wall. That's just me.
I just looked at Off the Wall too. I'm trying to see like what was on Off the Wall.
Everything.
Janet was with him on that.
Don't stop till you get enough. Rock with you. She's out of my life.
Everything on the album is insane, to be honest. Now, what was popular from the album is a whole nother thing, but the entire album is.
Girlfriend was under with Paul McCartney. The girl is not.
No, that's the girl. The Girl Is Mine. That's on Thriller, fool.
Hold on, no, it says.
No, it's written by Paul McCartney.
Well, fuck that. It's the Falling in Love.
Yep.
Yo, Thriller had Human Nature though.
Yep. That is my favorite Michael Jackson song to this day.
Mine ain't.
Yeah. But best album, Ant, what you got for Michael, man?
Thriller.
You going with Thriller?
You're like,
yeah, because it had Human Nature on.
Well, I mean, that's, one song, right? One song right there.
Okay, one song, but I can't.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, you got the others to back it up. You Want to Be Starting Something, Thriller, Billie Jean, just everything. The Lady in My Life, all of that. I mean, all of that could be, could back. Yeah, of course, and back that up. But yeah, just Off the Wall alone, man. Just for me being such a big Michael fan throughout the years, that's the album that did it for me. Off the Wall did it. So Eb, what about you? What's the best Michael Jackson album?
Thriller.
Damn, it's gotta be Thriller, because she had Billie Jean, The Girl Is Mine, Beat It.
So that's yours.
Started something.
I don't know, man. I think it's both of them, man. The Off the Wall had,
If it's for me, it's Thriller, and then it's I like Bad, yo.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
Sorry, that motherfucker had some bangers on it.
I mean, all of Michael was. Man.
I just can't stop loving you, Bad, the way you make me feel. The way you make me feel.
I would pay to see you just singing. I would pay to just see you singing. I just can't stop loving you. I'll tell you what, Evan, if you ever catch Jeff singing that shit, I want a copy.
Then Dirty Diana, man, that shit had Smooth Criminal. Yo, Bad was fire, nigga. Bad was fucking fire.
Yeah, I love all of Michael's.
You look at his ratings on his albums, like all that shit, like 90-something%.
I love all of Michael's albums except for the later ones, like.
Damn, man, even Dangerous had it's black, it's white. Remember the time?
Black, Blood on it. Now I want you to name me 5 songs off of Blood on the Dance Floor.
Oh yeah, that was.
Cause I don't know. Blood on the Dance Floor.
What was that song?
Which one was that?
That was like his. That was one of the most. That was one of his last albums of the '90s. Not the one with "You Rock My World," with production by Darkchild. But that was off of Invincible. Invincible was good too. That was a good work for Mike.
Yeah, I like
but Blood, like
You Rock My World, Butterfly.
Oh yeah, but Blood on the Dance Floor. You can have that. You can have that, Mike. You can have that one.
I don't even know. I'm looking at Blood, trying to find Blood on the Dance Floor.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not able to name 5 songs off of Blood on the Dance Floor. I want to sing them right damn now.
I don't know. Let me think.
You don't have it.
What was his single?
Blood on the Dance Floor.
Nigga, I don't even know, man. I'm looking at the track listing.
Susie got your number, but Susie ain't your friend. That's the only song he had for that one. It was just I think he was like in a basically a custody battle of his music with Sony at the time. And he ended up getting his masters and shit. And that's,
You Were Not Alone was on that shit with R. Kelly.
You Were Not Alone was
R. Kelly.
that was on the hits. That was on his History album.
No, they said it was on Blood on the Dance Floor.
That must have been a leftover track.
Yeah, it is Blood on the Dance Floor, History in the mix.
I don't know, man. But what I do know is that his best album for me will go down as off the wall, hands down. Like I can't help it. It's probably
Thriller, man. It's
and
gotta be Thriller.
like I can't help it is one of my favorite records by Michael. Yeah, I can't help it. Get on the floor, Rock With You, of course. I'd rather listen to Rock With You than Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Both great records, but that's just my preference of that.
Mine is PYT, man. I want to love you. It's just for the love me. That's my shit. It and fucking what's the one on Bad I be fucking banging all the time, yo? That shit be hitting. Fucking
Leave Me Alone.
Smooth Criminal and fucking The Way You Make Me Feel. That shit kick.
I'm looking at
it. And then the therapy kicking. I don't know why I like that shit so much. That shit be hitting.
That ain't Michael's.
You can sing that song to your wife.
What? Nope.
Yeah, you could, man. That'd be nice.
It ain't gonna be nothing, man. Man, forget that nigga.
That's a damn shame, man. The disrespectfulness.
Man, she make me mad. The way she make me feel mad.
The woman who burned your babies.
Oh, okay. So this is basically.
I got multiple that can give me babies.
So I'm looking at the track listings, and it's basically it's 8 remixes of songs that came from history, and then 5 new ones. So that's for one, yeah. Let's see here, 5 of the tracks. Yeah, I remember these. Oh, I remember these songs now. I met Superfly Sister. I ain't never heard of that shit. Morphine, never heard of that. Is It Scary? Never heard of that. Yeah. Money, I've heard Money before. Stranger in Moscow. Ain't nobody trying to hear all these damn different mixes. But of Michael's, like, that was when we knew Michael was like getting out of the limelight. I mean, always any Michael record is going to be great because he's just great, but it just didn't have that same effect that
You know what it was? Should have got newer producers, man. I would love to hear a Michael Jackson and Weeknd song. I bet that shit would be fire.
Yeah.
Because one of my favorite Weeknd songs is the one with Ed Sheeran on it anyway.
Yeah.
I think them motherfuckers would like destroy your fucking track, yo.
I feel it coming. I feel it coming, B.
Oh, which one is that?
That's that shit off of The Weeknd. Stupid ass Weeknd.
I'm talking about that damn, what's that shit, man? When he was like waking up 5:30 or some shit. With blood. Well, I can't even think of that shit, man. I can't think of the name of it now.
I don't know what we want.
I don't, because if I have to, then I have to try to take it, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, Michael, man, you gave us some shit, some hits.
He didn't do Daft Punk either, yo.
What?
MJ and Daft Punk.
They might even have a record together, to be honest. Just
They probably do, because they say Daft Punk be holding shit for like years.
Yeah.
Like, their music's so good. They be holding music for like the damn 90s, yo.
Yeah.
And they'll just release an album.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got some stuff going on with that. So Ab, what you got for a rant this week?
My rants.
Is it about your husband?
No, I do have a rant. So, of course, y'all know we just had a baby or whatever. But let me tell y'all, my hats off to y'all stay-at-home mamas. I don't know how the hell y'all do it, but I can't. It's a lot of work. Yes. I'm so glad I have a job.
Don't have kids, nigga.
Huh?
They don't have kids, nigga.
Shut up.
Hear that shit? She be making me do all the work. She make me do all the work.
I don't know what the military term depender.
She make me do all the work, man. While she sit there and complain about her sleep.
Yes, I do need my sleep, but
You don't have a fucking kid then. That's common sense.
I like kids, Zoe.
Too bad. Oh my goodness. Yo, we done. Wrap the show up. Wrap the show right now, man.
I knew you was gonna have something to say. That's why I said it. Stay-at-home moms and dads. My hat
Common
off.
sense, man.
Yeah.
Fucking
Don't
Well-
stop complaining about the stay-at-home parent.
All right.
It's overrides damn. Like.
So what? So Ebony, what is the main point that you were trying to convey to our audience about your rant?
What's the main point?
Yep.
She don't even know, man. Don't even say she got a rant.
Shut up! I would be able to get to my point if somebody wouldn't be interrupting me and being so damn rude. I take back what I said. Just kidding.
You gonna take it back? Hey, just delete this part. It ain't even noteworthy.
No, my red. Okay, stop, please. People think that stay-at-home parents don't do shit. They stay busy. I mean, I wouldn't say they have it hard, but my hat's off to them. I don't know how they do it. I can't do it. I can't stay home with the kids and not have some adult interaction with other people or anything else outside of the home. But my hat's off to you people. That it's a tough job. Tough job. I tried to stay home for 2 weeks, and man, it was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. Yeah.
All right, Jeff. So, music-wise, man, what you been playing? Anything new?
Yo, man. Recently I've been listening to that. If you haven't got that Vado Sonata 3, that shit fire. They got a song called JaVale McGee where he compares people not getting money and stuff to JaVale McGee sitting on the bench. Or how he come in and he fucking was doing his thing in the playoffs or whatever. Yeah. You got that shit. The song, the album, the mixtape's good. Sauce Walker shit come out Thursday night, which is tonight. Mixtape wise, Lil Yachty released something, but I ain't listened to that shit.
Yeah.
They ain't been E40 dropped something recently. They came out last week. Who else dropped some shit? Bunch of whack ass niggas. There's one nigga that I like that dropped something a while back called Slime Ball. Slime Ball shit fire.
Yeah.
His rap style is, how can I say it?
Yeah. So did you see any battles recently?
Shit, I watched. Who battles did I watch recently? QP. Was it QP and it was QP and somebody else? I can't think of the name of him. Who the fuck did QP battle? He battled some nigga. I can't remember. I know he tossed him.
Yeah.
But there was also one with
I watched
Collector.
Clips and Av. I watched Clips and Av battle.
I heard that shit was horrible. I tried to watch it.
Yeah, Av gave a couple lines. Clips gave his stuff, of course. He messed up on his second round or something. But I mean, yeah, it was it almost looked like a practice run. But both is hot. But I mean, overall, I would say it wasn't the greatest battle.
Yeah, at one anyway. It was Bill Collector and QP, Quantum Physics QP.
Yeah. So Summer Madness. So what? So explain to listeners, man, what happened at Summer Madness that got everybody commenting shit on YouTube? Everybody making videos. Something happened at Summer Madness.
Man, motherfuckers was choking.
Oh.
A lot of the guys,
what happened with Mook? What happened with Mook though?
That wasn't even that Summer Madness though. That was at RBE League. So the RBE card had Daylight versus what's that battle? That rapper name? Los, King Los. So RBE took Daylight off the fucking card and replaced him with Head Ice, and fucking King Los beat Head Ice.
Right.
So you got a nigga from the rap industry comes in and whoops up battle rap niggas ass, and this dude, I don't even think fucking Head Ice took it serious, because Head Ice is he got the belt at King of the Dot. He's the champion. So that shit weird as fuck. And then Mook got smoked. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. A-Verb.
Oh, that's what it was. It was. So they said A-Verb, yeah.
A-Verb smoked that. A-Verb fucking. The only round that you can say debatable is fucking the second round. And A-Verb got that to me. Mook's second round was good. And then his last round, he went 26 minutes by himself. About 22, 26 minutes of bullshit. And then people try to debate that he fucking... there's some battle rap people that suck in Mook dick right now. And a lot of the industry... If you look online, the consensus is that A-Verb won by 70-something%.
Yeah.
And they was either 3-0, most people got 2-1, and then 40-something, 30-something% is 3-0. And the crowd was cheering 3-0. And this is New York. New York hates A-Verb. They fucking hate him. They hate, I think they just hate Averb. I wouldn't say they hate like St. Louis, but they sure hit, man.
That's
they
wild.
just hate Averb because Averb be smoking their people.
Yeah.
That's one place I wouldn't want to battle, bro. I got to the point.
It's very biased. I mean, with my years of watching battle rap, New York is very biased.
You have bias as shit.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's what I'm saying. And they don't like hearing it. It's like a lot of people from New York will say that Mook won, and they're like, everybody was like, yo, Mook got his ass whooped.
Yeah. I gotta see it for myself.
Man, you gonna watch it, and you're gonna be like watching fucking Averb rip his soul out like Shane Too Soon.
It's showtime.
You gonna watch his soul fucking and see. You gonna be like fucking Averb with Shane Soon.
So where did you?
Shit out,
So they have it on YouTube?
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube when it came out.
Oh,
man,
okay.
You gonna put it in. Hopefully it's not blocked by now.
Right.
But man, he had that shit out. You can find that shit on YouTube if you look hard enough.
I bet. I don't think I had anything else to add before closing out shop. Nothing really, man. I know.
Spider-Man comes out the 7th of September.
You talking about that damn game for PS4? So no Xbox users will be able to play Spider-Man. Sorry. It's only coming out for PlayStation, for what I understand. Also, that's funny. Also, Fire Pro Wrestling. Jeff got that today. Be sure to check that out. We still are gamers. We are proud gamers as adults. I don't play as hard as I used to as a kid, but I still rep for the gaming world. Be sure to follow the show. What I'm saying, on the Romy Mac YouTube channel. Not to mention, you could follow on Instagram the podcast is called 2 Cents. The podcast is the username. Be sure to check that out. Let us know what you think. We got a new show, new series on the YouTube channel entitled Quick Takes, where one of us from the crew will just spew for like a couple minutes about small topics of something that's going on, like such as like LeBron going to the Lakers. So like 5 minutes of just talking about that. But that's just the little things that's coming.
Why you gotta bring that shit up? Like, you like irritating me.
Oh yeah, because you love the Lakers, man. And speaking of which, LeBron's barbershop show premiered on HBO Tuesday night. Yeah, Tuesday night. So be sure to check that out. And LeBron talks about how like he's not afforded the same opportunities, the same breaks as like white athletes such as Tom Brady. Like, if LeBron doesn't feel like signing an autograph, then he's a dick or an asshole. But Tom Brady is like, oh, he needs a break or something like that. That's the main thing that Shannon and Skip were discussing on Undisputed. But check out the show. See what you think. Be sure to obviously follow us on follow on Snapchat too. 2 Cents the podcast one is up there. Twitter, follow the Romy Mac Twitter. And all that. Also want to thank Ant for being on the show, man. Appreciate you, bro. For coming on and rocking with us. You got anything you want to add before we close out?
Your Twitter, man. Give me your Twitter.
What Twitter?
This ain't stupid. Yeah, but just Ant, man. You got anything you want to add before we close out?
Oh no, I'm good.
Cool.
Said get that pickle pig feet and that fatback meat.
These Carolina boys, man. Carolina boys and that pig feet stuff right there. Them pork jaws and all that, man. But for Romy Mac and Karoon Bay.
Don't Carolina boys.
Yeah, Carolina boys. But from Rome, from Romy Mac, from Sugar Booger, from Karoon Bay, and our special guest Ant. We out. Peace.